this again.
Hello and welcome to Relationship Soup. I'm your host, Lisa Hughes. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. How y'all doing today? How was your weekend? I hope your week is off to a good start. Mine ain't too bad. You know, you got to always find that silver lining, right? All right, boom. So anyway, thank y'all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Um, I'm cracking up. These text messages are coming in already. Look, y'all, I got to stay focused. Listen. Okay. Anyway, Lee Bennett, what's the home economics? What's up? How you doing, cousin? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello, beautiful. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you. All right, boom. So, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining me. My week is off to a wonderful start. Listen, I know that it was a repeat episode last week, but I felt like that episode was in order. It was a repeat of the guys' night. A conversation really motivated me to show that one again. I think it's really important just to keep that on the forefront, you know, how men connect and their perspectives and things like that. But anyway, so thank y'all so much. I did miss y'all, though. I did, but now I'm back, right? So we're going to get into this 67th episode, Lisa's Lens. And this one is entitled, What's Right About You? We're going to get into that in a moment. But before I get into my spiel, I definitely want to invite you all. I am putting the link in the chat. Hopefully y'all can see it. And hopefully it's populating the Facebook. People on Facebook, let me know if y'all can see it because, I don't know, I got this crazy message on StreamYard earlier, and I'm like, what? Anyway, people always changing stuff. Anyway, so let me go ahead and do my spiel, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I will bring your comments on that. Listen, you should be liking, subscribing across all platforms, right? Tell your friends. On YouTube, it's Relationship Soup, period. Y'all know what I'm going to say. You got to put the period, right? If you want to join the forum, get in the forum. The forum been juicy, y'all, and I'm actually going to share from the principal's inbox tonight. We're going to get into it. All right, so that's Relationship Soup Group. Of course, if you want to follow me, it's Relationship Soup. Listen. Now, y'all know where I'm going. Relationshipsoup.com for your greeting cards. It's time to celebrate. We celebrate all year round. So I know y'all got some graduations, some weddings. I've been seeing it in y'all timeline. I've been seeing them cute little kids graduating and stuff. Hey, look up relationshipsoup.com. All right, boom. So, and of course on IG is Relationship Soup. All right, so let me go ahead and get back. Okay. We want our lives. I know. I know. I know. And but you know what? Most of the time y'all get the live shows, right? Y'all get the live shows most of the time. So, all right. So anyway, y'all, there are a couple of events that I do want to share, and I really want to I want to recognize a member that is no longer with us, and I got the word today that she passed away. So let me go ahead and share. Prayer, love, and light to the beautiful Jessica Johnson. She was a very active member of Relationship Soup. She would be missed, a beautiful soul inside and out. I know that she was battling breast cancer at one time, and she won that battle. So prayer, love, and light to her family and friends. And you know what's crazy? Well, I won't say what's crazy. I actually ran into her a couple of months ago at a friend's get together. There was a game night, and we had the best conversation. We talked about a lot. So anyway, love and light to everyone that knew Jessica, to her family, to her friends, and may her soul have peace. So I definitely wanted to recognize Jessica tonight. All right, so yeah, definitely condolences. I'm telling you, like that was very unexpected. We lost another member, Joyce. Joyce passed away a couple of weeks ago, and these women are young. They're young, you know. But hey, we all got our assigned time. Live to the fullest, do your best, right, and celebrate self. That's what we're gonna get in tonight, right? Absolutely, Yolanda. I was shocked when I seen that. I couldn't believe it. It's like, man, such a beautiful, beautiful. So you know Jessica, you know her. Derek Norris. What's the mathematics? Right? We covering all the curriculum tonight. Tell your mama I said hi, Derek. Yes, and mommy is watching. She was like, "Oh, you ain't going live," because I told her last week, "Mama, I ain't going live." She's like, "You ain't going live." See, she thinks she fancy because see, this is the technology that she gets. You feel me? Any other technology? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how it is with some of our parents and technology. It's like pulling teeth. But she got it down when it comes to the podcast. Rest in power to Jessica. Absolutely. Prayer, love, and light to her family, friends, and all those that were touched by her. Definitely a beautiful, beautiful soul. Anytime I had like events and stuff, especially when it came to helping the community, Jessica would be there. Like when we would be feeding the homeless, when we would be, collecting money to help people in the group, Jessica was always down. So definitely a beautiful soul inside and out. All right, so let's see here. Where else do I want to go? All right, y'all. So I'm going to share a couple of events. Okay, and then I want to keep Relationship Soup member Michelle in front of y'all. I said I was going to do it. I actually got some good news from her. So let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to share my screen again. All right. So let me go ahead and share this brunch. So there is a brunch coming up. This is brunch, the brunch. Okay. Food for the mind, body, and soul. This will take place Saturday, May 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Friendship Baptist Church, which is 1301 North Goodland Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana. So you got to be in Indy for this one. All right, this is hosted by the beautiful Dr. Janet Grinstead. Guests will be Tyron Jackson, as well as Chloe Taylor Brown. All right, so y'all don't want to miss that. Hit this QR code, and I'll share it in the chat as well. So if you want to attend this event, you need ticket. You don't need a ticket or two. Bring a friend. This is where they're covering mental health, everything, and you're gonna get fed too. I mean, you can't argue with that. You're gonna get fed and everything. Right? All right. I see y'all comments. Joy, thank you for joining me, Miss Drain. I appreciate you. How have you been? Right. I hope that you've been fine and doing well. And then there is, let me go ahead. Like I promised, I'm keeping Michelle in front of us. All right. So this is Michelle. You all know that she is battling breast cancer. We corresponded a few days ago. So her results are coming back pretty good, y'all. But this is coffee, buy a coffee for Michelle. All right. And I will put the link in the chat and everything. So we're still raising money for Michelle. DM me if you're interested in donating. Okay. All right, boom. All right. So that's that. So what else is going on? What else is going on? I'm doing well. Thank you so much. And you're welcome. I gotta know how you doing. Gotta know. We gotta check on each other, especially in these times, because life be lifing. You hear me? Life be lifing. All right, so let's see here. Where else do I want to go? Did I share everything? Did I get everything, y'all? Am I missing something? No? All right. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and get into this 67th episode. Like I said, this one is entitled Lisa's Lens, What's Right with You? And this conversation was actually motivated by my most recent performance review and some conversations that I had at an event that I went to. So let's get together. I went to this past weekend. All right, I was making sure I ain't missing on y'all comments. All right, so anyway, so this is one reason why this episode was motivated by that. So let's see here. So all right, let me tell you about this. All right, so I had my performance review. Okay? And so basically how our performance reviews work, they want you to grade yourself. Okay, you got to grade yourself. All right, so needless to say, exceeds expectations. That's what I was putting for mine. And so when I was meeting with the program chair who was actually giving me my performance review, he was like, okay, you said exceeds expectations, but I'm putting outstanding. Let me pop my collar. I ain't got on the collar tonight, but let me pop it. And so he was just basically saying, Lisa, I feel like we as individuals, we beat up on ourselves so much, especially when it comes to like performance reviews and stuff like that. I ain't feel like I beat up on myself. I said exceeds. But anyway, that made me think about some things. And then I went to a get together this past weekend, and a conversation that I had with a sister there, and she was basically talking about, it's tough being a woman sometimes. All these expectations, blah 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 blah. So we kind of talking and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, we're gonna celebrate us tonight. All right. So I want to pose this question to you. And forgive me because it's in all caps. Some of these notes I be doing previously. So the question is, what is right with you? Okay, I did post this in Relationship Soup, and it was some wonderful comments, and I will share a few of those, and then we'll get into from the principal's inbox. There's a couple of very juicy scenarios. Okay, we'll get into our true false, and then we're gonna get out of here because y'all already know. Closer to 8, my stomach be ready to 8. Okay, bars. No. Anyway. So anyway, so like I said, we spend so much time talking about what's wrong with us, our flaws, our past mistakes, the people that walked away. But it was crazy too, y'all. Okay, it's a method to my madness. I logged into Instagram today, and it was actually talking about, there was an influencer actually talking about the importance of, and use these exact words, probably the algorithm, what's right with you. And being able to understand what's right with you, that's where transformation starts, right? We have to look at that. So instead of always fixing, because let's just be real, I know me, I follow a lot of like therapists, self-help, all of this. And so it's constantly in front of us what we need to fix, what we need to work on. And those closest to me, and I've even mentioned in the podcast, I'm constantly on this journey to fix self, to address self, to sit with self, right? So, I mean, even though that's a beautiful thing and very essential, how often do you take time to celebrate self? How often do y'all take time to celebrate yourself? Do you? Do y'all do that? So think about this. What if we took a break? For those of you that this resonates with, what if you took a break from always trying to fix something, always trying to fix yourself, shrinking? What if you sat up straight? What if you stood tall, right? So like I said, tonight we're going to basically take a sacred pause, and we're going to honor everything that is right about you, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, hey, we all beautiful. I'm saying it. And look, to my friend, stop, because I know what y'all be saying. I'll be grading on the curve, okay? I already know. Y'all probably going to hit me with the text. But anyway, we all beautiful. We all powerful. So, and even though, oftentimes we are taught that we need to face our shadow, let's look at the light within. All right. So get y'all drinks ready. Let's get into it. All right. All right, boom. Let me see here. Are there any Comments, no comments yet. So what's right with y'all? I'm gonna let y'all think about that. All right. All right. So this is what I am going to do. And you know what's right with you? It could be various things. Are you creative? Right? How many times have you had to start over and over and over and over again, right? I know I have. I've had to start over, this time with wisdom. And I'll start over again. It's okay. Right? But that's worth celebrating. Okay? It all counts. Are you a forgiving person? Do you have a quiet confidence? That's all worth celebrating. Do you celebrate that? And, looking what's right inside of you or what's right with you, it doesn't always have to be flashy. It can be, like I said, a quiet confidence. You feel me? Oh my goodness, what's up, beautiful? Oh my gosh, Avna, how have you been, beautiful? Oh my good man, we've been Facebook pals since I ain't gonna say it, right? Because we timeless. I'm so glad to see you come on here, sis. And your story too. I'm proud of you too, sis. Hey, we made it. We came out on the other side. All right. Love and light to you. All right, so okay, so let me go ahead and continue. So again, what is right about you? What's right about y'all? Okay. Is it your compassion? Are you a compassionate person? Are you? Do you have a sense of humor? I love a person with a sense of humor. You hear me? But sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying in this world, right? So anyway, I want to say this to you all: the world really needs what you got. We need it. I don't care what the narrative says. I don't care what those voices say in your head. We need what you got. You have a talent. We need it. We need you. All right. Your joy, yes. Your wholeness, that's holy, right? So anyway, we're not going to wait for someone else to validate what God has already called good. You good. You was born good. All right. So this is what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and share. Where do I want to go with this? Do I want to share what I'm actually celebrating? Or do I want to share some comments from the group? Okay. I'll share a couple of mine, then I'm going to share some stuff from the group. And if y'all put some stuff in the comments, okay, I see y'all. I see y'all. Yolanda Campbell, I love empowering others. I'm selfless. I lead well. I'm a great daughter. I laugh loud and I love it. Absolutely, Yolanda. I love that. Empowering others is so freeing. When you can do that, and it's so healing, very healing. Same here, love and light to you as well. My patience is right about me. Listen, I was just having this conversation with someone, and I was just saying I never prayed for patience because my patience was short like an ant. It was little. But I'm telling you, this surrendering, hey, patience is a virtue, and I am definitely living it. So, what's some things that's right about? What's some things that's right about me? Right? What y'all say? What's right about me? I'm gonna tell you. So, I would say that my deep connection to God and my spiritual discernment, because I can truly say that at a time, my discernment be on like zero, like negative 12. But now, with me surrendering more, me developing, more of a relationship with God, me recognizing the God within, my discernment on 12. You hear me? And I'm learning to trust more. Um, I'm learning to trust God's timing more. I'm leaning into prayer more. I'm surrendering situations. I'm not attached to outcomes like I used to be. You feel me? So anyway, and I would say that what else is good about me? I'm creative, y'all. I'm very creative. I've been working on some things. You feel me? And so I would give kudos to my creativity. I ain't going to talk about it all. Lord willing, y'all hear about it. All right, so let's see here. Yes, Yolanda, absolutely. Today I had to face a situation that had me literally shaking because I never done it before, but I did it and felt proud of myself for not cowering out. I got it done. Kudos to you, beautiful. Kudos to you, right? Absolutely. They say a prayer for patience. Your comments be cracking me up, fam. Listen. Hey, well, there might be some truth to that because I never had no child. You feel me? I'm just saying. I ain't prayed for it. Wait a minute. Anyway, fam, get off my chat, fam. I love sincerely, have work ethic. I love to teach and learn, try to help people. Absolutely. Absolutely. My goal is to fall back more and live in the moment and stop stressing over details day by day. And the quality of your life is better when you can do that. And it's not to be perfect. And like the book, The Four Agreements, just do your best. That's all we can do is do our best, right? All right, so let's see here. So I'm going to share a few comments from the group, and what they said is right about them. All right, so let's see here. So let's look at this. Boom. Hope y'all all can see that. So Sherry Butler says, this is what Chat GPT said, and it's 100% accurate. Let me tell y'all something about Chat GPT. That's a whole nother show. Chat GPT be on point. It really do. And I know, and I even had a conversation about this at a past get together. But anyway, so it says, that's powerful and open-ended question. While I don't know you personally, the fact that you're asking it shows self-awareness and a desire to understand or affirm your strengths. That's a really positive sign of emotional intelligence. Jacoby says, everything, even my flaws are right. That's right. Even your flaws are right. You got to love your shadow too. You absolutely have to love your shadow. Courtney Patterson said that I'll go left if you push me. And then Remy says that I'm a good man. Absolutely. I'm going to stop this share. There are a few more comments that I'm going to share. And then I'm going to move forward. Let's see here. I'm going to share. Let's look at this one right here. So Dexter says, absolutely nothing. I'm crazy. Dexter, I know you joking. You are, you do have a really good sense of humor. You know what? You have a really good heart, Dexter. You really do. Derek Norris says, my intentions, morals, love, light, worldview, spirit, talents, and more. Don't ask what's wrong. That's a list too. Listen, Derek, hey, that list is so easy. And then John Evans says, my kids, they will always be right. That's a beautiful thing. And blessings to y'all that have children. As children, I know they bless us, right? Me too. Listen, AI be kind of scary. But that's a whole nother show. That is a whole nother show. Now, I do have a couple people in the studio. Reese, do you want to come on for a second before I get into from the principal's inbox? Because we want to know what's right with you. All right, so I'm going to put you on here. And you know what? Let me say this right quick. I got to cut this. So I want to say happy birthday to all the tourists. It's tourist season, the Taurians. Okay, it's tourist season. So happy birthday to y'all. And happy early Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day weekend. What y'all doing this weekend? Y'all doing anything this weekend for Mother's Day? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. But anyway, happy birthday to all the tourists, all the May babies, and then happy Mother's Day. All right. So, Reese, how you doing?
Hey, how are you doing? Thank you for the May birthday shout outs. I put my cash app in the chat. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. How y'all doing out there today? I appreciate the invite today. Friday is my birthday, so if y'all want to put some birthday love in the chat, no pressure. But
Word,
glad,
word, word.
glad to be on the show today. So great topic. What is right about you? I'm a good man, Savannah. I'm a good man.
Him a good man, Savannah.
No, but jokes aside, but maybe joking a little bit. But at the end of the day, I think of myself as always being a positive light, despite the ebbs of life. I'm a positive soul, always. And it's not fake. I'm just like always look for the silver lining in life because at the end of the day, hey, what's up, Lee? What's up, Cuzzo? Good to see you. Appreciate the love. But when it comes to me, I'm a positive soul. Despite what's going on in my life, never faking it, never had to put on. I'm just a genuine soul, and I enjoy being the best version of me. And I got a couple talents. One being music, aka Music Man. So And I just love my people. My people know that when you rock with me, you're always gonna get some genuine love and some words of wisdom. So I would say that that's what's right about me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's up? What's up? Let's see here. Let's see here. So Leah says, "Baby daddy." We already know, Lee. We already know B gonna come with it. B gonna come with the gifts. Hey, we
Word.
already know. We already know. Music man,
Absolutely.
how would your ex describe you?
Ooh, which one? No.
That you know what? Let me tell you something. And that is a good question because let me tell you something. I was just reading something and it was talking about how like your exes, they all probably have gotten a different version of you. And I was just having this conversation too, truly, because, and I'm gonna let you answer. I'm doing a Kanye right now. I'm gonna let you
I was
answer
about to say
this.
you go Kanye with
I'm
you
I'm
go Kanye
Kanyeing
release.
you right now. So what I'm saying is, because truly, I feel like everybody that you meet is a mirror to
Mhm.
some degree, right? And so you're gonna move according to what that mirror is showing you. But anyway, so what would your ex say about you, music man? Don't be trying to get out. You was gonna let me keep on. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So
hey,
what would your
I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook. So,
let
what my exes say about me? I mean, I think universally that one, I'm a true lover at heart. I'm a lover boy. So, I really believe in anybody that I'm connected to that not on the like what the internet would say simple stuff, but I'm just a real dude, like organic. It's I'm gonna drop some knowledge and whether we're together or not I'm gonna make sure that I drop some gems on you and that you're gonna come out better than you did when you before you met me. So, did she say your favorite?
your
Did she?
favorite ex?
Oh no,
Ooh,
Lord Jesus, no, we're not doing that on the internet. No,
listen,
Lord,
I posed
Lord
that question
Jesus.
in relationships too,
Woo!
right?
Lee
Listen,
tried to get me. She tried to get me. My
hey,
favorite ex, Lord Jesus. Do I have a favorite ex? Let me see. Nah, I don't. But I will say that I've definitely learned everything from my exes. Let's see what my ex has been. He's hilarious. Yo. But favorite ex, I think that I've learned and gathered different versions of myself and made myself better through the experiences I've had with different exes. And there's a few people that are trying to spin the block, but I ain't going there though, you know, especially since I've elevated myself and through life and every year after year I've become a better version of myself. And there's people that be trying to spin the block, but it ain't gonna happen though, because I'm a
listen,
different version of me.
hey, hey, I ain't going backwards. You feel me?
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't
Favorite
gotta do
ex.
it.
Listen, I don't have no favorite ex. I don't have
Yo,
no favorite ex. I mean, I ain't even mad at none of them. You feel me?
not even
I
a
ain't even
little
mad
bit.
at them. I,
Not the top five.
listen, now, Reese, I've been doing all this self growth work,
Yo, I know.
all of that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, now I don't have no favorite ex. I ain't even mad at them.
That's
They,
that's
look,
fair.
but they
That's
still
hilarious.
love me though. They know they still love me.
Yeah, facts.
They still
Likewise,
love me. They be
and,
trying to
and
spin the block. What is it? Spin the block.
hey, spin the block, right? And that's the thing. When you become a better version of yourself, people gonna try to spin the block. They're like, oh, okay, they looking good over there. They're looking good, good. I've even had those in the comments, like, hey, you looking good. Like, okay, I appreciate it, but nah, baby, that ship is sailed. I appreciate you, though.
Look,
Lisa,
look,
what would
look,
you
look, look. Hold
favorite ex?
on, Lisa.
Yo, answer that
What
question.
was your
Yes,
favorite ex
please.
say?
Ooh, let's
First of
go.
all, I don't have a favorite ex, but what would my ex say? What has been said at the end of the day? That I'm trying to see. What would they say? I don't know. Look, they probably watch it. They probably watch it. What would you say, ex?
Get in the comments. Get in the comment
You
section.
already know. No, no, I'm just playing. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that.
Oh,
I don't
that'd
know,
be a
but
whole
you know
nother
what?
show.
You know what? I think my exes, well, they would say that yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah. I think
It was they
universally,
bad. They bad. Oh no. I don't know.
hey, nah, that's wild. That's
Now,
hilarious.
but you know what? Let me tell you something because I've elevated. It ain't even no blame.
It's
You
about
feel me?
elevation.
It's all about lessons, right? But
Yeah.
they would be able to say some positive stuff about me. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and this is confidently speaking. I think that self reflection and looking at me now, they would all universally say that's a good man, Savannah. They definitely would say that. That's a good man,
Yeah.
Savannah.
Listen, listen. Hey,
Yo,
you know what? Yeah, yeah. They would tell you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I recently had an ex hit me up, and I'm gonna get
oh,
back. Like
what they
after
say?
years,
Please share.
like we was kids. Like, oh
Ooh,
man, Lisa, you the one that got away. I'm sorry for yada 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 yada, right? Because you was
okay,
always a good person. That's the thing. I'm gonna be solid with you. You feel me? I'm
facts.
gonna be loyal to. I'm gonna be solid. I'm gonna be solid. And they might not have recognized it in that moment, and that's okay. But they realized it, and not that I needed that. I didn't need that closure.
That
You feel
that
me? I didn't need it.
validation. Yeah.
No, I didn't need it. I didn't need it. However, you know, they was like, you was good. I know I was good, and I ain't being cocky with it, but I know I'm good
No, no.
because at the end of the day, if I'm feeling you, my intention with you is to do right by you, baby. You feel me? I'm gonna do
Facts.
right by you, baby.
Always.
Hey, I don't even want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt nobody's son because see, this is how I used to approach relationships. Like,
Okay.
I felt like if I was blessed to, get a man or whatever, that if I was to have a son one day, I will move. I wanted to move in a way where, what his mother did, it wouldn't come
Facts.
back on him. So that's why, I moved a certain way. And also, I mean, Daddy Hughes, look, y'all lucky I loved him. You feel me? Y'all lucky that Daddy moved with me how he did because that's why I love, especially black men so much. I love y'all. But anyway, so let's see here. So come do a show in Belize says, hey, I need to do that. We need to
Let's
expand the
go.
suit. Belize, let's get it. Let's get it.
I
Let's
talked
get it.
about that. Let's go. International relationships to
Absolutely. Not a husband. They be
Leah's,
husband. You know what I mean? They do
Leah,
be a little bitter sometimes.
Leah's cutting up. I appreciate it. I need this comic relief, Leah. You don't even know.
That
I'm
is a
loving it.
that is a bad combo for folks in relationships. Yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You listen. Let me save y'all. Let me give y'all a tip. And it depends because everybody is different. You don't have a
Okay.
favorite ex. They all just exes. Don't listen.
I mean, so
But
hey,
but okay.
somebody might have a favorite ex. Somebody might have a
But you
favorite
know
ex.
what? But let's look at it this way though. If you have a favorite ex, does that mean that you're not over them?
Hey, that's the one. And let's go deeper. Maybe they not really the ex. Maybe they the side.
Listen, listen. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let me see here. What he said. Yeah, I already said that. Let's see here. Prove it, Music Man.
Well,
My
prove
exes
what?
be
Whoa,
afraid of me. Hold on. Julia says, my exes be afraid of me. They would say I'm a beautiful soul.
yo, Leah, it's hilarious, yo. So
Don't
so
let Leah
so
fool you. She little and cute, but she
so Leah is everybody's favorite ex then. Like they all be like, yo, Leah was my favorite. Is that what we saying? Is that what we saying, Leah?
let's see here. Let's see. Nah, it means that guy was good to you, but may not have been the one. Yeah, and that's true. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't hold any grudges. I don't have any grudges with my exes. Now, did I at one time? I ain't gonna lie to kick it. Hell yeah, I was mad at a couple of them Negroes. Like for real. That's what we doing. But anyway,
Yeah.
but I've grown past that. You know what I mean? Like it was experience. Experiences are a beautiful thing. He and mom was the best. Let's see here. So Derek says, I don't have a favorite official ex, but my favorite flings say a
Yo,
lot of things,
that's
good
right.
things about me. Said I'm the one who got away. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
I'm the one that got away. I'm
Oh,
the one.
that's a whole show right there. Yeah, we can definitely deep dive into that. The one that got away. I mean,
Okay,
sometimes you, sometimes it's them. It depends on each relationship.
absolutely. No, they'd be like, we are too afraid to answer.
Got
I'm
to.
telling you, don't let Leah fool you. Like 2 years, Lee. My longest fling was 15 15
Oh,
years.
15 years.
Wait a minute.
Ooh.
Do you got a child with this fling, Derek? I'm just saying, like 15 years, that's a long time.
Woo, that's a lot.
She
That's
don't
a
let
minute.
Daniel Artez. What's the home economics? Good evening,
Daniel, what
favorite
up? What
exes.
it do?
Wow, I can answer that. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So Daniel, what would your favorite ex say? What would they say? What would your favorite ex say?
Oh, and what makes him my favorite ex though? Mm.
Facts. Let's talk about it. What makes
let
me
me
your
let me
favorite
sip.
ex?
Mm,
All right, so
let me
this
sip
is
some
what I'm
water.
gonna do, Reese. This is what I'm gonna do. All right, so
Okay.
I'm gonna take you off for a minute. I'm gonna get into from the principal's inbox. Probably maybe I'll bring you back on for the true false, and then we're gonna get out of here, right? Cool.
That.
All right, bet. All right, so y'all listen. Keep the comments coming. I'm cracking up. 15 years, no ring, no ring. All right, so y'all, let's go ahead and get into these from the principal's inboxes. Okay, now sometimes I'll change these around a little bit from the actual scenario just to make sure that people can stay very anonymous because sometimes people pick up cues. So I'm just gonna read this, okay, and then chime in and tell me what y'all think. So this person says, "I'm a 41-year-old woman. A few months ago, a few months out of a pretty messy divorce. My ex and I were toxic, but the sex was fire. And the problem, we've been divorced for a few months now, but we've still been sleeping together off and on. Whenever one of us feels lonely, here's the kicker. I don't even want them back. He's still emotionally immature and shady. But it's like I can't let go of the intimacy even when I know it's a dead end. I feel ashamed. I want to stop, but some part of me feels like this is the last place I was desired, desired. Right? Am I tripping? What's wrong with me? But anyway, what's wrong with so this person's asking us what's wrong with them. Okay, so what y'all think? Now, what I'll say is this person is not the first one to creep with an ex, right? So, and I was even having this conversation recently. Uh, I'm not going to, especially with my friends, I'm not going to judge you if you go with an ex. A lot of us have probably been there before, right? You just have to look at what are your reasons for doing it? Is it complementing your quality of life? Because, see, this is why I be laughing. I be trying to be so serious, but I be seeing these comments. Not my baby mama. Every few years, we mess around for a while, then stop again. And I can see how that can happen. But okay, so back to this person. So again, like I was saying, I was having this conversation. I'm not going to judge my friends for going back to their exes, or if they have a situation. Okay. And I would just tell this person, you are not alone. A lot of us have reopened the door, right? That should have stayed closed. Some of us are in situations where the door should be closed right now, if we can be honest, right? There are some people out there that are indoors that should be houses where the door should be closed. So anyway, so like I said, so what's right with you? I would say what's right with this person because this show is about finding what's right. Uh, you are seeking connection. That's human, right? And you're not sleeping with him because he's the right one. You're sleeping with him because he's familiar. Okay, that happens. That's being human for some people, right? Uh, and it's probably about familiarity, unresolved grief, right? Connection, routine. Okay. So, like I said, you are probably craving connection. That's being human. You may crave being seen. That's human. But the issue is that you're pretty much outsourcing to someone who's already proven that they can't hold you with care. Let's think about that for a minute. In some cases, exes prove to you that they can't hold a space with you with care. So is it really going to complement your quality of life long term to continue with this person? Right? What y'all saying? Derek says, tell that person the best way to get over your person is to get... Y'all toxic. You're toxic. But you know what? That could work for some people. All right. So Yolanda says, it's not easy to walk away. Sometimes it takes stages, but you have to keep progressing outward, keep putting you first in different ways. Absolutely. You have to. And it's a process. I like cold turkey, but have I always did cold turkey in my past? No, I haven't. Nobody's perfect. Celia says, Derek, is that advice for men and women? I see you starting. I see you starting. DZL says, you said it. Absolutely. So, and the thing is, like, your body remembers. Your body remembers intimacy with somebody. Your body remembers the relationship. Okay. And, that's the thing. The body remembers. And, truthfully, I need a couple of my exes to forget. You hear me? Because you don't need to keep circling back. But anyway, so, like I said, you know, you could probably be feeling safe and all this stuff. But like I said, really look at it. Does this complement your quality of life? And what can you do bit by bit to remove yourself from the situation? You gotta look at that. Okay? And this is something else I want to invite you to do. What would happen if you gave like all this energy that you put into this ex, right? Because we've all put energy into people, exes, whatever. What would happen if you gave that energy back to self? That if you went back inward, what would happen? Think about that. You probably were used to pouring into this person or whatever, okay? But what would happen if you started going inward? All right. So anyway, some words I want to say to you is that you're still desirable. You're still worthy of pleasure. I don't know why I got caught up on that word earlier, but anyway, you're still worthy to be pursued. You don't need to settle for crumbs, baby, when you deserve a whole meal. Okay? You don't need them crumbs. You deserve a whole meal. So give yourself the chance to experience that. And there's nothing wrong with you longing. Longing is normal, especially after a breakup. You long for that person. And you may long for who they showed you they were in the beginning. That's normal, right? But now it's time to use that same energy for self. Not to reheat the past, but ignite your future. All right? You don't need to be desired. These, I can't say this word today. You don't need to be needed by your ex to remember that you are divine. All right? So that's what I got to say about that. Let's see here. Bars. You got to go back inward. You have to go back inward. And, when you go inward, people feel that shift. Not that that's the reason why you do that. I'm saying, like, whenever I've gone inward, like, people have felt that shift. And I think that's why some of these exes be coming back, because I've gone totally inward. Like, anyway, so that's just that. I see y'all. I see y'all with the comments. Let me see here. Leah says, yuck. What you saying, yuck? With Derek? Okay. Derek says, yeah, Lee, laughing out loud. Nah, I wish I was married, but we never made it official. When I'm done with you, it never. What'd you say, cousin? I don't recall. Right. All right. So let's see here. I would be a millionaire already. Now I got to work harder for it. Because if I gave myself that toxic energy, I gave my. You are hilarious. Not explode. Not explode. But you ain't going to want to return that toxic energy to self. You ain't going to want to do that. Right? You want to let that go. You want to let that flow through you. You want to let all that toxic energy flow through you. And, then you can do a meditation and throw it into the atmosphere. That's what we're going to do. So let's see. DZL, intimacy is a long process. Just need to spend a month or more without it to find out you don't need it. Make the feeling yourself. Absolutely. That makes sense. So glad I'm positive now. Won't he do it? Absolutely, he'll do it. Absolutely, he will do it. Oh, your hubby is very sweet. Very, very sweet. Do you think there are some people that will never find someone? That's a good question, Jack. That's a good question. And I've thought about that. Me personally, I would love to believe that there is someone for everyone, right? And I would love to believe that everyone would eventually find that person or connect with that person. I mean, that's such a loaded question, because I think a lot goes into that. It depends on your journey. It depends on your purpose. And then, I believe in prayer and manifestation and all that stuff. So I think it really depends. Do I think there are some people that will never find? That may be very possible. Right? And it might be a spiritual reason behind that. But my prayer for all my listeners and all those that want to find that person, my prayer is that you find that person, that you connect with that person. Whatever verbiage you want to use behind it, I pray that everyone that longs to be in a relationship, married, that they will connect with that person. I really do. I hope that for you. I love that for you. Let's see. So Jack also says maybe they have a deformity or something. That very well could be. And sometimes people get in their own way. That person could be in front of them or that person could be on the way, but they, not taking care of situations, self or whatever it is. And so, they might not be able to be with that person. Yes, there are absolutely people who won't find someone. Yeah. Yeah. In my heart, because, yeah, I'm a Cancer with that Taurus moon. I want everybody. I love love. Yeah. To cold turkey. Well, what about cold turkey slices? You like cold turkey slices, cousin? Jack said, so what's the point of dating advice if you're one of those people that will never find anyone? I think it really depends. Sometimes that advice ain't for you. And maybe you giving advice could help someone else, which should be rewarding in itself and will contribute to your growth. I guess it just determines what you put an emphasis on. So because at the end of the day, you have to look at it like what complements your quality of life. For me, I love to help people. I love to empower people. I love what I do with Relationship Soup and even what my day gig is. I love empowering people that way and planting seeds. The truth of the matter is, it may be possible that I may not have what I want as far as relationship, marriage, or whatever. Now, I'm going to manifest that I will. But if I don't, to me, all this is worth it, And so you just have to look at it from that perspective. My opinion. But, you do you. You have to assess that for yourself. Me, I ain't going to be out here like that. I'm not. Because I know in my heart, and I know what the Creator has revealed to me, I will have my person. I will. You can't give up, Jack. No, don't give up, Jack. Don't do it. Don't do it. Statistics don't back that up, though. Jack, see, I just I hate the word lecture. I just had a whole conversation about statistics. Like me, I side eye a lot of statistics because me and my 4 degrees, I know for a fact that I can manipulate, anything can be manipulated to serve an agenda, to prove a point or whatever. Right? And then, you got to look at some things. I'm a spiritual person. So for me, spirit kind of outweighs statistics on some things. It ain't no drought for me. It's never been a drought for me. So, statistically, it should be a drought, but it's not. And those close to me know what I mean by that. So, if you believe in statistics, if that's what you want to do, so be it, right? I don't really get into statistics so much. Actually, one of my least favorite subjects, actually. But the truth of the matter is, statistics can be manipulated. Right? You gotta walk your path and find your truth. That's what you have to do. You have to walk in your truth. Sometimes you have to make someone your person. That's true. Sometimes you grow into that person being your person. That's absolutely true. Look past some things that might not matter. Absolutely. So Jack says either someone likes you or they don't. You can't make someone like you. That's true. You can't make someone like you. That's very true. Why would you? And my favorite is I don't handcuff and I don't arrest. I don't want you if you don't like me. I feel like you should be free to find who likes you and who you like. I don't force ponytails. I don't force friendships. I don't force nothing. You hear me? Why? Resistance is never a good thing. It's never good, right? Why hold on to something that don't want to be held on to when the person that wants to hold on to you is probably out there? Sure you can. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Anything else? Oh, I see y'all comments. So many comments tonight. Either relationship I've ever been in is because I wanted it. Absolutely. You have to leave the shell for magnetics to work. You have to. You're going to like me. Jack says, I'm 34 and not a single woman has liked me more than a friend. Jack. Okay, and in all honesty, look at self. Why do you think that is? Are you looking at that pattern, right? Excuse me. So why do you think that is? What kind of women are you going for, right? What are you drawing to you? What is it that you want? Are you setting those intentions? I pick a partner I think is handsome and has some. Y'all know Leah cracks me up. I pick a partner I think is handsome and has some coins, and then I say, "Let's." Leah, I'm done with you. Hilarious. Okay, so that's one of my favorite things about you, Lisa. You really love empowering. Oh, I love empowering people. It's so healing, and I like to be empowered, right? So I don't mind empowering people. DZL says, "Gonna finish my yard." Okay, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. I really, really appreciate you. All right, shout out to 4 Degrees. I thought you were just. Yeah, I got four of them jokers. I got 4 degrees, four of them, four of them. The pattern is I'm not attractive. You don't think you're attractive, Jack? You don't think you're attractive? You got to listen. You probably need to go inward, Jack. You don't find nothing about yourself attractive. You don't have no outside of physical. You don't have any other attributes that's attractive. Jack, if you tell yourself that, it'll be true. That's very true. There is power in words. You got to be very careful with your words. Hey, tell yourself you the finest man out there and see what you draw to. And that's one reason why I wanted to do this show again, because I think it's really important to change the narrative. You got to find what's right about you as well. I think that's part of the transformation. That's part of elevating your energy. That's part of drawing more positive experiences to you. Jack, do you have a job and sense of humor? Jack says, I'm a lawyer. I have no debt. Sorry, Jack. Are you really serious, Jack? I'm sorry to laugh. But I'm just saying, like, no, no, no. Jack, post a picture. Post a picture. I'm saying, no, you ain't got to post no picture. Jack, don't speak like that, okay? Affirmation. Tell yourself, I am handsome, right? I have a successful career. Whatever you have to do to change that narrative, Jack, for real. It kind of breaks my heart that you say that you're ugly. I can find you. Oh, Lord. Leah do have a lot of friends. And short. How tall are you, Jack? Just curious, how tall are you? Right. There's women out there that like short men or whatever your preference is. Jack says 5'6". Okay. All right. All right. All right. 5'6". All right. You're a lawyer. That's tall. That's tall. Is that tall, Leah? Nah, it's up to me whether or not people find me attractive. Jack, you are hilarious. You have a sense of humor that's attractive. If I was attractive, then people would find me attractive. You can't let people validate you, Jack. You got to validate yourself. You got to start with self. You know what I mean? Because people going to have different opinions of you for various reasons. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Jack, find your positive traits and feed them. Be confident and don't give a F about being handsome. Be funny. Be real. Show your talents. Absolutely. Lee says, Lisa going to do a singles live. I need to. Lee, you need to help me with that. We need to do like a singles matchmaking or something. Let's do it, Lee. We should absolutely do it. Say I'm a lawyer. Jack, stop saying you were short. Y'all are hilarious tonight. Lee, let me get one of your friends too. She'll be happy for a few weeks. Now, Derek, I need you to change that. You a good soul. Maybe she'll be happy for a lifetime. You hear me? Maybe she'll be happy for a lifetime. All right. Yeah, Lee, we got to do that show. We should absolutely do a show where we are doing matchmaking. We could be matchmakers doing matchmaking. See, I'm a funny friend. I can be funny and nice and respectful and all that, but unless someone is willing to see you as more than just friends, then all you'll be is just a friend. That's real. That's real. That's real. And Lee says, Derek, I got you. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, so listen, we didn't get to the other situation. Let me do a quick true false. Okay, let's do a quick true false. All right. True or false? And then we're going to wrap this up, y'all. Okay, so true or false? I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat. Okay, true or false? And I'm going to go ahead and bring this on. If they can't see your value, it means it's not there. Is that true or false, y'all? What y'all thinking? If they can't see your value, it means it's not there. Is that true or false? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? Jack, Lisa gonna hook you up. You know what, Lee? We should hook Jack up. Let's hook Jack up. You know, maybe we can do some love matchmaking. What y'all think? Jack, start giving out. Some of them will want more than. So Jack says false. All right, y'all. For the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and share that. Okay, so boom. All right, y'all. The answer is false. Their blindness does not erase your brilliance. And the resource is The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Derek says false. All right, y'all. So let's see here. Let's see. Y'all, we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap this up. We're going to get out of here on time tonight. I want to thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate all of the feedback. And I'm telling you, every time I have a live show, y'all remind me more and more why I love y'all all so much. Y'all mean everything to me. The relationship soup is nothing without you. All right, so let's look at this. So I want to close tonight by speaking life. All right. Now I know we kind of were giggling and laughing and stuff like that, you know, but speak life. Speak life to self. Speak life. That helps with transformation. That helps with elevating your energy. That helps with self, right? That helps with your quality of life. All right. So, and I want to share this affirmation, y'all. All right. So I want y'all all to take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart and repeat after me. All right. I now see what's right with me. I am divinely designed, fearfully and wonderfully made. What I carry is sacred. What I feel is valid. What I am is enough. I bless the parts of me that others misunderstood, and I reclaim the power of my whole self. All right, I'm going to put that in. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat. All right. Okay, my computer a little slow. So yeah, this is the affirmation, y'all. Right? If you want to cut and paste that and read it to yourself, feel free to do that. Y'all should absolutely do that. Absolutely, I say. Absolutely. Lee Bennett said, these comments are coming so fast. Absolutely. I love y'all so much. I love y'all. Man, don't nobody care about you being short. I'm telling my business, but it's all about that personality. Yes, it is. Especially if you're a criminal defense attorney. Y'all are so hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Leah, there was a comment. It disappeared. Oh, shoot, I'm a new woman. Yes, you are. You are a new woman. Lee Bennett says, Music Man, sing us out of here. All right, let me give my shout outs right quick. Let me go ahead and give my shout outs. I want to give a shout out to all of y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I don't take it for granted. Y'all are the reason Relationship Soup is what it is. All right, I want to give a shout out to everybody in the studio that joined the studio tonight. Music Man, happy birthday to you. You know I ain't going to sing, you know, because we already have an agreement who I'm supposed to be sounding like. Kelly Rowland, you know, auto-tunes we're supposed to, but anyway. So when we make that happen, and I want to give a shout out to the Grishams, my mama. Mama, thank you so much for listening. Aunt Anna, Lyric, I appreciate all of you for listening tonight. Music Man, appreciate your support all the time. And again, make sure that you're following, liking, and subscribing across all platforms, y'all. For real. Let me say it. Relationship Soup, period, on YouTube. Relationship Soup Group, come join. You want to follow me as Relationship Soup LLC. And don't forget the website, relationshipsoup.com. Don't forget. But anyway, y'all, love yourself. Y'all know that's what I'm always going to tell you. Love yourself. And remember, your heart is not a rehab center. It's a temple. So treat it like one. All right? Until we meet next time. Peace.